Swizz Beatz. Kasseem Daoud Dean, born September 13, 1978. Known professionally as Swizz Beatz, is an American record producer, rapper, and businessman from New York City. Born and raised in the Bronx, Dean embarked on his musical career as a DJ. At the age of 18, he started to gain recognition in the hip-hop industry through his family's record label, Ruff Ryders, as well as his friendship and work with East Coast rapper DMX. Working with DMX as his producer, DJ and hype man helped Dean gain prominence as a high-profile personality in hip-hop. Dean later found a protégé in Philadelphia-based rapper Cassidy, whose success helped the launch of his own label imprint, Full Surface, in 2001. He went on to sign multiple artists to the label, including Mashonda and Bone Thugs-n-Harmony, among others. Dean went on to release 2 albums under the label. The first was a compilation titled Swizz Beatz Presents G.H.E.T.T.O Stories, released in 2002, and later his debut studio album, One Man Band Man, in 2007. In November 2018, Dean released his second album, Poison. Alongside fellow musician Timbaland, Dean is known for creating the popular webcast series Verzuz in 2020. Dean has produced several hit singles for a number of prominent artists across different music genres, such as hip-hop, pop, soul, rock, and R&B. With a career spanning over 2 decades, his catalog includes Ruff Ryders' anthem, Party Up Up in Here, DMX, Got a Man, Eve Jigga My Nigga, Girls, Best Friend, Jay-Z, Upgrade You, Check on It, Ring the Alarm, Beyonce, Good Times, Styles P, Bring Him Out, Swing Ya Rag, T.I., Hotel, I'm a Hustler, Cassidy. Dean was named the first producer in residence at New York University NYU for the 2010-11 academic year. About.com ranked him number 27 on its list of the top 50 greatest hip-hop producers, and The Source included him on its list of the 20 greatest producers in the magazine's 20-year history. Fellow American rapper and producer Kanye West called Dean the best rap producer of all time. Aside from music, Dean has also added multiple entrepreneurial endeavors to his repertoire, including fashion design, art collecting, and board directing. He has been a member of trustees at the Brooklyn Museum since 2015 and a creative director for the companies Monster Cable and Reebok. Dean is married to American musician Alicia Keys, with whom he has 2 children. The two were featured in their first cover shoot in 2018 for Cultured magazine. Life and career. 1978-2006, early life and career beginnings. He spent much of his childhood raised by his mother in the Northeast Bronx, where he first encountered hip-hop. After obtaining the necessary equipment from his stepfather and uncles, he began DJing as a teenager and enjoyed a modicum of success. After relocating to Atlanta, Georgia, due to his repeated involvement in violent behavior at Harry S. Truman High School, he started to work for his uncles, Joaquin Waugh and Darren D. Dean, who were co-CEO of the Ruff Ryders Entertainment record label. In his early work, he generally chose not to sample, instead using the Korg Trinity and Triton keyboards and seeking to accentuate the performance aspect of his music. With his uncles Waugh and D, as well as his Aunt Siobhan Dean, all involved with the Ruff Ryders record label, Swizz Beatz began to produce tracks at age 16. A year later, he sold his first beat to Ruff Ryders artist DMX, which became his chart-topping single Ruff Ryders Anthem. Dean then began producing major hip-hop songs released in 1998, such as Banned from TV by Noreaga, Money, Cash, Hose by Jay-Z, and more. The following year, he produced most of the songs of the Ruff Ryders compilation album Ride or Die Vol. 1, as well as the bulk of Eve's debut album. In 2001, in a joint venture with Clive Davis, Swizz Beatz established his own record label, Full Surface Records, which became a subsidiary of J Records. The first artist signed was Philadelphia-based rapper Cassidy. When Dean released his first compilation album, Swizz Beatz Presents G.H.E.T.T.O Stories, in 2002, he began to get noticed for his production style and interesting ideas, as well as his protégé and artist, Cassidy, who also started to gain recognition for his ability as well. The same year, Dean released two singles, Guilty and Bigger Business, both of which charted on the Billboard Hot R&B/Hip Hop Songs chart. Along with often being associated with Ruff Ryders and Rockefeller Records, Dean began to expand his scope to include production of artists from more mainstream labels such as Elektra, Atlantic Epic, Def Jam, and Bad Boy Entertainment. His career largely grew from that point. 2006-07, Full Surface and One-Man Band Man. In February 2007, design duo Heather staged their fall 2007 New York Fashion Week runway show, and Dean was asked to mix the music. In June 2007, Swizz Beatz produced and was featured on his Full Surface artist Cassidy's comeback single, My Drink and My Two-Step, following a murder trial and a car accident. The song proved to be a hit, reaching the top 40 of the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart. On August 21, 2007, Dean released his solo debut studio album, One Man Band Man. The album, preceded by the lead singles It's Me Bitches and Money in the Bank, debuted at number 7 on the U.S. Billboard 200 and sold 45,000 copies in its first week. On October 19, 2007, he launched a contest called Share the Studio, presented by Music Video 2.0 and The Source magazine. The contest was intended to be a continuation of the work from his debut album. Later that same year, Dean signed former Ruff Ryders cohorts and longtime friends Dragon and Eve to Full Surface Records. He also signed legendary Cleveland-based hip-hop group Bone Thugs-n-Harmony, where they later released their seventh studio album Strength and Loyalty in May, which Dean executive produced. In a December 2007 interview with Format magazine, Dean stated that he was already working on his second studio album, at the time under the title Life After the Party. 2008-18, Monster Music Group. In 2008, Dean began working on his second studio album. In late 2007, in an interview with Format magazine, he had announced the title as Life After the Party, saying, "The opportunities that I've got from doing my album One Man Band Man are much bigger than just producing. A lot of things came from me being able to put a voice to my face. It was me just expressing myself and having the opportunity to." On April 24, 2009, he released a promotional song for Hennessy Black entitled When I Step in the Club. A music video, directed by Hype Williams, was also released. In 2009, Dean produced many popular singles including Nasty Girl by Ludacris featuring Plies, Who's Real by Jadakiss featuring OJ Da Juicemin, $1,000,000 by Mano, $1 Million Bill by Whitney Houston, I Can Transform Ya by Chris Brown featuring Lil Wayne, and On to the Next One by Jay-Z on February. And Usher debuted We Are the World 25 for Haiti during the opening ceremonies of the Winter Olympics in Vancouver. Inspired by Good Fridays, the 2010 weekly series of free MP3s from Kanye West, Swizz Beatz launched his own series entitled Monster Mondays later that year. The first offering, DJ Play That Beat, featured Estelle and was released on October 25. Other Monster Monday tracks feature Rakim, Pusha T, DMX, Busta Rhymes, Pharrell, and many more. Dean's second album in the works had been renamed on 3 occasions. Initially, the album was renamed King Issues and was later retitled The Perception of Greatness. After initially turning to fans to help decide on an album title, Dean eventually announced in August 2010, while in a New York City recording session with Mary J. Blige, that the title would be Hot Living, as it's the perfect phrase to state what he's all about. In November 2010, Dean previewed the album and confirmed guest appearances from Bono, Travis Barker, Kanye West, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Lenny Kravitz, Mary J. Blige, and John Legend, as well as his wife Alicia Keys. In April 2011, in an exclusive listening session with Rap.com, Dean premiered 14 tracks set to appear on the album, including VIP Chillin', and also several previously unheard songs, including Dance Like a White Girl and Instructions. He also premiered unfinished versions of several music videos made for the album, revealing that the Reebok commissioned video for International Party cost $1.04 million to shoot, and that the video for You Stay on My Mind was shot in Dubai. He also revealed that he persuaded the Sheikh to let him use the airspace for only $1. Dean announced that he was planning to release the album on September 13 to coincide with his birth date. Rather than being released under his own imprint, the album is set to be released under his legal contract with Everest Entertainment/Atlantic Records/Warner Music Group, who signed the rapper in August 2010. His first Grammy Award came in 2011, awarded in the category of Best Rap Performance by a duo or group for a track entitled On to the Next One, teaming him with American rapper Jay-Z. The first promotional single from Hot Living was entitled Everyday : features a verse from Eve, was produced by Joe Lindsay, and was released through Monster Mondays.com on March 28, 2011. In an April 2011 interview with Paper Mag, Dean revealed that a few yet-to-be-released special collaborations would appear on the album, including one titled Skyscrapers, featuring Kanye West and Bono. We got this song, it's me, Bono, and Kanye on this one song called Skyscrapers. I recorded with Kanye in the studio, and then In July 2011, Swizz Beatz said instead of releasing all of the songs at once, he would release the tracks over an extended period of time. Let me clarify, Hot Living is still coming, but as far as releasing all on one day, I'm not doing that no more, he said. I want to just drop singles from Hot Living instead of I'm coming on September 13. I'm like, you know what? Let me make every song an event, instead of just that one day being an event. Dean and his Monster Music Group signed a joint venture with Imagine Music USA. In a press release, the artist confirmed his excitement at his upcoming partnership with Richard Stumpf and the entire group over at Imagine Music, saying this partnership will enable me to further develop my group of talented producers and also introduce many new producers and writers to the world. Protégé Music Minty and Naki Snags Lovey were the first acts to sign with Monster Music Publishing. And on May 21, 2011, he further confirmed that Dr. Dre was working on the album with him. In March 2012, Dean announced that he would be releasing a mixtape titled Limitless, featuring guest appearances from DMX, Nas, Rick Ross, the LOX, and A$AP Rocky, the latter of whom is featured on the first single, Street Knock. On March 22, 2012, Street Knock featuring A$AP Rocky was premiered on The Angie Martinez Show. In October 2012, at the 2013 New York Knicks season tip-off event at the Beacon Theater on 73rd Street and Broadway, special guest Swizz Beatz performed a 10-minute medley of his hits alongside the New York Knicks City Dancers and premiered the starting lineup theme song for the upcoming season, which he produced. On November 2, 2012, he released a new single titled Everyday Birthday, featuring Chris Brown and Ludacris. Dean produced the song with Jukebox. On August 23, 2013, he released Hands Up, a new single featuring American rappers Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, Rick Ross, and 2 Chainz. On October 21, 2014, he released Freaky, a new single featuring American rapper La Vega. In May 2014, Dean was inducted into the Bronx Walk of Fame, where he received a street named in his honor called Swizz Beatz Street. In September 2015, it was announced that Dean would host the 3rd annual Global Spin Awards. In June 2017, Dean and One Man Crew appeared as the only 2 American talents on the 6th season of popular South Korean hip-hop TV show Show Me the Money. 2018 present. Poison and Verzuz and Verzuz. In May 2018, Dean released the song It's Okay ahead of the release of his then upcoming album Poison. He recorded 70 songs and used 10 for the album. Poison features Kendrick Lamar, Lil Wayne, Pusha T, Nas, Young Thug, The Lox, 2 Chainz, among others. In July 2018, Dean said he worked with Nas on the latter's follow-up to his 2018 release Nasir. Dean released Pistol on My Side featuring Lil Wayne from Poison, along with its music video on September 14, 2018. In March 2020, Dean, along with Timbaland, launched the highly popular Verzuz Instagram webcast series. In 2021, for their work on Verzuz, they both appeared on the Time 100 Times annual list of the 100 most influential people in the world. In 2021, Dean became series music producer for ABC TV series Queens, which stars Brandy, Eve, Naturi Naughton, and Nadine Velasquez. Queens premiered October 19, 2021. Other ventures: fashion designer. In 2003, he became a partner involved in the popular clothing company Kidrobot, a creator and retailer of limited edition art toys and clothing. On Twitter in 2010, Dean revealed his new sneaker line with Reebok. Art. Dean is an avid art collector and connoisseur, actively projecting and displaying his taste via Instagram. The curated collection of favorites was first introduced at Scope Art Show Miami Beach and has since become known as the Dean Collection. It includes work from emerging and well-established artists including Cause, Keith Haring, Cleon Peterson, Ernest Zakarevich, and Eric Jones. Dean and Keys are co-chairs of the Gordon Parks Foundation, which permanently preserves the work of Gordon Parks, a pioneering photographer, filmmaker, musician, and activist. The couple acquired what is now the largest private holding of Parks images and what is now part of the Dean Collection, the couple's philanthropic organization and family collection of international contemporary art. In the summer of 2018, Dean and Keys were featured in Cultured magazine for their first joint cover, where they delved into Parks' works and the Dean Collection in more depth. Dean also paints in his free time. He donates the money he earns from his paintings to the Children's Cancer and Blood Foundation. Brand promoter. In 2010, Dean became involved in the design and launch of the Aston Martin Rapide. In 2011, Swizz Beatz became the official face of Lotus Cars until CEO Dani Bahar left the company. Subsequently, Swizz Beatz returned to Aston Martin for 2013. In early 2013, Dean invested in and joined the board of Monster and became involved in product management and marketing activities. Monster products that he is promoting include the Monster Gauge and the Monster 24K headphones. Dean currently sits as the Vice President Sports Style Marketing, Design and Brand Music Development for global footwear and apparel giant Reebok. Performing Arts Center. On August 9, 2019, it was announced that Dean and his wife, singer Alicia Keys, are planning to transform a large piece of property in Macedon, New York, into a music paradise of sorts. The couple wants to make a performing arts center and recording studio out of the former Jindal Films Center, which includes 111 acres and 3 buildings. Camel racing. Racing. On October 22, 2020, Dean became the first American to win a camel race in Saudi Arabia after he won his first race with his team Kasseem Abu Nasser Saudi Bronx. Personal life. Dean is Muslim. Dean and singer Mashonda began dating in 1998. Their first pregnancy ended in a stillbirth in 2000. In 2000, Dean's son, Nasir Dior, who is a model and a musician known as Note Marcato, with Nishal Levy, was born. Dean and Tifra married in 2004. In December 2006, their son, Kasseem Dean Jr., was born. Dean also has a daughter, Nicole, born in May 2008, with UK-based singer Jonna Sebastian, whom he met in 2007. Dean found out about his daughter a year after her birth. In 2008, Dean and Tiffra announced their breakup. According to Dean, they had been separated 9 or 10 months by June 2008. Their divorce was finalized in May 2010, citing irreconcilable differences. Dean dated Alicia Keys, whom he has known since they were teens. They announced they were engaged and expecting their first child in May 2010. During the time of the 2010 FIFA World Cup, the couple took part of a union and had their unborn child blessed in a Zulu ceremony, which took place in the Illovo suburb of Johannesburg, South Africa. They married on July 31, 2010 in a private ceremony near the Mediterranean Sea. Keys gave birth to their first son G.H.E.T.T Daoud Dean in October 2010. Their second son, Genesis Ali Dean, was born in December 2014. Dean contributed to Tiffra's 2018 book on co-parenting with him and Keys. In 2012, Dean was appointed as the global ambassador for New York City Health and Hospitals Corporation (HHC). In April 2014, Dean was accepted into Harvard Business School's Owner/President Management Executive Program. In October 2017, Dean shared a video on social media celebrating the final days leading up to his graduation. "It's been a blessing coming from the Bronx, going to Harvard. A lot of people were saying, 'Why would you go to school?' It's never too late to get your education, further your education." He continued by encouraging others to seek education as well. "Knowledge is power. It don't have to be an Ivy League school. Just as long as you're doing your thing, do your thing." In November 2017, Dean confirmed he had graduated from the OPM program. In March 2016, Dean announced that his son Egypt was a credited producer on Kendrick Lamar's compilation, Untitled Unmastered. Involvement with G.H.E.T.T O. In 2012, Dean began associating with Malaysian businessman G.H.E.T.T O, alleged to be the mastermind of the 1MDB scandal. Dean appeared at a variety of Lowe's parties and became known as one of Lowe's inner circle of American celebrities, including Leonardo DiCaprio, Jamie Foxx, and Paris Hilton. G.H.E.T.T O was known to give lavish gifts or cash payments to his celebrity friends, and Dean received an $800 payment to attend Lowe's lavish 31st birthday party. Dean is also credited with helping Lowe navigate both the art world and the music industry in the U.S., where Lowe acquired a number of renowned paintings and a stake in EMI Music Publishing, which was ultimately recovered by the U.S. Department of Justice and estimated at a value of $415 million. Discography. Studio albums: One Man Band Man 2007, Poison 2018. Filmography: I Tried 2007, Dumb and Dumber to 2014, Empire 2015. Awards and nominations: ASCAP Award 2020, ASCAP Voice of the Culture Award for Verzuz, or Verzuz, BET Awards 2020, honorary recipient, Shine a Light Award for Verzuz. BET Hip Hop Awards 2010, Producer of the Year 1. Grammy Awards 2018, Producers and Engineers Wing Award for Outstanding Contributions to Music co-recipient, Alicia Keys. Urban Music Awards 2009, Best Producer 1. Webby Award 2020 category, Special Achievement Break the Internet Award for the Instagram webcast Verzuz, co-recipient, Timbaland.